What up, though? What's your name?
I'll be Sean.
Sean? All right, I got a couple questions for you. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Well, I think mental health is really important in society because everybody deals with mental health on a daily basis. So I think it's very important to acknowledge it and deal with it.
Right. All right, second question. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
My mental health, I think it's good, but you know, ups and downs in your daily life. So you gotta keep it maintained, keep it at a certain point in life.
Right. You've been contemplating that, ain't you? What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
All right, my advice, I would just say you just gotta just deal with it the right way, not like the wrong way. The wrong way is like partying, try to smoke it, try to drink it away.
Right.
I say deal with it the right way.
Right.
Yeah, meditate, sit with yourself at night, and just think about what can you do to fix the problems, fix your mental health problems.
Right. All right, bet. That's all for you. What up, though? What's your name?
R.U.D.R.A.
All right, I got a couple questions for you today. How important do you think mental health is?
It's real important. You know, you need mental health to live.
Right.
To get by.
Exactly. So I got another question for you. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
We working on it.
Working on it? What that mean? Like you get like is it closer to bad or is it closer to good?
It's closer to good.
Right. Okay then. Here go your last question right here. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
You know, say it again.
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I don't know, man. You gotta find that out on your own. You know?
Right. Teachers, huh?
Yeah, you feel me?
Understandable.
Teach yourself how to get your mental health better, whatever.
Understandable.
You know?
For sure. All right. That's all for you. All right. So what's your name? All right. I got a couple questions for you today. How important do you think mental health is?
It's extremely important. It's just as important as your physical health.
Right. Why would you say that?
Because your mental health and physical health are very much so connected. If you're not mentally okay, it can affect you physically.
Right. Okay. I got another question then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state? Bad. Why you say that? Say what?
Yeah, say something. Oh my God.
You gotta say all of it.
So intimate.
You gotta get real heavy, man.
It's because I don't think I do my stress in a healthy way.
Okay, so let me ask you this before we go to the next question. How you think you can get off that? Like you gotta dump that bad habit.
I mean, I'm aware of it, but it's easier said than done.
Right.
Okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Seeking to fix it, like make it better.
Yeah.
I would say to make sure you put yourself first. You gotta remember that you're not doing this for nobody else but yourself.
Right.
Like you're trying to be at peace with yourself and not make peace with everybody else thing and what everybody else doing. So make sure you're doing that what's good for you, regardless of how everybody else feels.
That makes sense. Everybody coming up with their own original.
Yeah, that's right.
We should follow your own advice though. That makes sense.
I'm aware. Like I said, you said me
You definitely did. All right, that's all.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's your name? Can you repeat that?
Jordan.
Y'all got that?
Jordan,
All right. How important do you think mental health is in today's society? Very important. Why you say that?
Because, like,
Gotta speak up, cause.
If you don't got good mental health, then like that can create bad habits and stuff like that.
Right. All right. I got another question. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
Good.
Good. Why you say that?
Oh my God. Because I don't have anything like bad going on.
Right.
Like it's nothing like that.
Okay, man. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Like advice, like do more to like help yourself, like succeed, and like better yourself.
Right. Okay, then. Good talk, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, what's your name? All right, so Samaja. All right, I got a couple questions for you today. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Mental health is very important in today's society. Due to the fact you never know what a person is going through behind the smile. Like just a person doing their daily thing, you never know what they're doing.
Right.
Mental health is important.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but basically he was saying you never know what somebody else going through. Like, basically he was saying you might be okay, but the next person might not. He might be going through something serious. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. All right, here goes the second question. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state? Come close to me, man.
It's in good shape right now. It's in good shape.
Good shape? Okay, why you say right now? Like, at the time you was down?
Yes, because I didn't reach the achievements I wanted to at the moment. But I did it later on down the line, and that just recovered me, and it boosted my self-esteem and my integrity towards my accomplishment.
It sounds good. So what you saying is you ain't really trying to complain or make excuses for yourself. You just had to better yourself. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Last and final question. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Pray. Keep going through the thing that's tearing you down, and it's gonna build you up to a point where, like, one day it's gonna be easy. So you can do it
every time.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this response too.
Yeah, that was
What's your name?
Olatunji Yeshiel.
Best math teacher in the building right now, man. What up? I was about to say, how important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important.
Very important. Why do you say that?
Well, you know, if you don't have your mentals tight, our environment, our systems, our municipalities are set up to dispose of you or place you somewhere to where you can serve them and serve the machine. Or get put 6 feet under.
So, all right, let me ask you this. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
Depends on what cycle the stars are in. I mean, yeah, overall, yeah, I've had great support, great upbringing, and my knowledge base has significantly increased to help me understand how to deal with external problems as they deal with my emotional state for any given length of time or time period.
Okay, man. All right, this is our last question. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
On camera? No. Find somebody to talk with. Study your numbers.
What do you mean by that?
Numerology. Study your numbers.
Okay. Right.
Study your astrologics and your polarities with cartomancy. And that's the start. That'll help you understand who and what you are. Because you can't base your understanding of who and what you are according to society's definitions and standards. You got to get your own. Know who you are. Know thyself is the first law of man.
So, all right, that was the last question, but let me ask you this. Do you think it's important to have support to keep going, or do you think somebody can wing it by themselves?
It depends on your emotional makeup.
Right. Okay.
Everybody can't fly solo, don't they?
Right.
Some people gotta have somebody in their hip pocket. Sometimes people can go within, because all solutions are within. Some people can go within and be able to find a solution, or be able to find guidance to the solution to their problems. But that causes for spiritual, emotional alchemy. You really got to go doing what you are. You got to wake up. Have a nice day.
All right, you gotta speak up. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important, actually.
Why you say that?
Because people be killing themselves, all stuff like that.
Right. So, all right, just the second question. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I'm not sure if it's in a good state.
Why you say that?
Things are going good, getting money.
Yeah, that's all
Feel
it's
it,
about.
feel it.
No, I mean, it make me happy. So.
I get it. Yeah, I get that. All right, last question. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Talk to somebody.
Right, okay, then. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, what's your name?
I'm Dan Wolford. Dan Wolford. Mr. Wolford.
Mr. Wolford, okay. First question is, how important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Mental health is incredibly important to not only just be aware of if you are or not okay and need help, and to have access to that help is incredibly important.
Great answer. Second question is, do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think it's an okay state. It was much worse during the pandemic. I went and I started seeing a therapist, and that's helped me a lot. So I would say I'm not gonna say all the way good, but I'm in control.
Right. Okay. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Seeking is the most important part. Like, you have to seek it out. There's enough people, enough resources and free resources out there that in this day and age that you can find a way to support yourself. So the number one thing, and even if you think you're okay, it's okay to say I need extra help, I need some support.
Okay, that was the last question, but I got another question to extend on your answer. I was gonna say, some people just feel better holding everything and like they don't want to talk to nobody, because some people they not gonna feel a certain way about something that you might feel. Like, hold on, let me get my words together. Basically, I'm saying you might feel like this is serious to you, and somebody else might feel like, oh man, you ain't talking about that. You ain't talking about nothing, because they wouldn't be hurt off that. So would you say that in that case, would it be okay to just keep it to yourself? You don't really want to talk to nobody?
So I think everyone has their own way of managing it. If you can keep it to yourself and regulate yourself, then yeah, maybe you don't need extra support. I know for myself, my own personal journey is I reached a point where I didn't know how to handle the way I felt. I was constantly stressed and constantly just, having panic attacks and things like that. So for me, I reached the point where it was like, I need to talk to someone. But if as a person, if you have the ability to regulate and you can, in healthy ways, take care of yourself, then I wouldn't say you need to go seek support.
No
problem. What's your name?
My name is Lamar.
All right. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think mental health is very, very important. It plays a big role in everybody's life.
Right. How you say that though?
You never know when somebody might be suicidal, somebody might be going through some things, you feel me? Somebody might be, a little secret criminal. You never know. You never know what's around you. People go crazy. They go crazy because they don't get that help though. So,
Right. All right. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
My mental health is me. It's like, how can I say it? I'm nonchalant. I'm chilling.
Right.
I'm not fazed about a lot of things no more. I'm like zoned off.
So all right then, just the last question. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Travel the world. Go to some places you love. Get out the city. Don't be in the city. The city ain't gonna do no good for you, especially a city like Detroit. Do things you never did. Try sports. Play basketball. Get on the basketball team. Do track or something. Do something that's positive.
Right. So what you're saying is doing something different might get your mind off that struggle.
That was a wonderful answer, my boy.
Okay. First one is, how important do you think mental health is in society?
It's very important.
Why you say that?
You feel me? Like, everybody, why you say that? Hey, he's hard ass questions. He came up with these hard ass questions. I'm thinking this for you too or something. You gotta ask somebody smart, like Joe or something.
Yeah, I know this is my assignment. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
You really need to answer that question.
I'm sorry.
Let me get back to you.
Health is in a good or a bad
Damn.
state? You ain't gotta think too hard about it.
I think I'm straight.
You straight, my boy?
So if I catch you on the other day, you might say something different, like you might be in a good or a bad state.
No, you feel me?
You be the same?
I stay happy.
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Say that again.
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Think positive.
Pray.
Right. Okay.
Pray.
Ooh,
All right,
okay.
y'all have a nice day.
Hey, let me get a piece of that burger right there, though. That boy
How important do you think mental health is in today's society? Why you say that?
Because a lot of people go through stuff that, a lot of people go through stuff. And first of all, it's very important because they could be thinking of like harming themselves or
doing stuff that, you know, is not good.
So the second is, do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I say it's in between. Sometimes I have my days, like, I'm in a good mood and I'm doing good. And other days, I'm like, you know, had them sad days and stuff like that. So I say it's in between.
That makes sense. Okay, last one is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I say just, you know, do what makes you happy. Focus on the good things, not the bad things. And talk to people like, you know, if you need help, talk to somebody. Don't let it just beat you up inside.
So what you saying? Put yourself first?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right, have a nice day. Yeah. Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I say it's very important.
Why do you say that?
I say that because it's like a part of like your everyday like call.
Right. So you think if your mental health not right, you might not be able to go about your day in a certain way?
Yeah. It's gonna just fall off.
Right.
Not gonna be.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
It's pretty good, but mostly a little bad. That's because because I like to procrastinate and not get stuff done.
It's like you, right?
But I'm getting up there now. I just gotta take my time.
Okay, then. Like you hear that. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health? What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I'd say just take your time. Just don't rush for anything.
Right.
Other age, I don't want to say nothing.
I'd say really, like, I know yoga is really good, like, really with the body, because that really strengthens the mind as well.
Right.
So I'd say do that too as well.
Okay, then.
And health, make sure you're eating right, drinking right.
All right.
Definitely. Okay, then have a nice day.
Thank you.
What's your name? Jordan. All right, cool. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important.
Very important, why is that?
Because people fall off and go up by mental health. People kill themselves, and that's how some people be successful.
Right. Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
Good for the moment, at the moment.
At the moment? I like that, because I was thinking, like, maybe they might say good today, but then tomorrow.
Yeah,
might-
so anything can happen. You
that's
never
what I
know,
was
bro.
thinking.
Never know.
All right, last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Try to take it day by day, don't move too fast, and don't let everything get to you. Because you let sometimes, like a lot of things in our day, we let some small thing get to it. Let the teacher, if she said the wrong thing, you'll let that get to you. Just try not to let everything get to you.
Okay, then.
Just take it slow.
Okay, then. Nice name. Have a nice day. All right, what's your name?
Jordan.
All right, cool. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think mental health is pretty important, you know, because if you don't got mental health, you know, that messes with your physical health and, you know, your social health too.
Yeah. Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
Huh?
Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think my mental health straight, honestly. I'm not gonna hold.
Just hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm not even just hanging in there. I'm good.
Good, for sure.
So it's in a good state. Why you just say that?
I don't know.
Gotta be chill, bro. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Knowing improve my mental health though?
What?
Going to the weight room, getting the weight room.
So you said the same thing might work for somebody else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. I like that, man. Have a nice day, man.
You too, bro.
Yeah. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Cool. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's highly important because without good mental health, it could really mess up somebody's life.
Right. Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think it's in a good state. I think it's in a good state. I ain't gonna say highly good, but it is good though. It's good to get past.
Okay, then. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Take time for yourself and find you a hobby.
Okay.
Like
Like
that.
that. Like that.
Unless something you like, that's gonna make you feel better.
Well, definitely. All right, cool, man. Have a nice day. It's nice talking to you. What's your name?
Principal Perry.
Principal Perry. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very.
Very. How do you think that?
Without that ability to be able to deal with mental health issues, how are you able to cope with the difficulties of life, how you're able to cope with difficulties in school, work, all those things.
All right, so you saying before you do anything, you got to make sure your mental health is right.
I think that's important. I think that's an important consideration.
Okay, cool. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think mine was a good state.
Good state? Okay, cool. If I caught you on a different day, you say something different? Like
No, I would say mine is in a good state.
Okay, cool. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
To be able to look up some things, getting some quiet time, doing something that they enjoy, breathing, really understanding that, at the end of the day, the issues or problems that you're dealing with now are not going to be as big as you think they are tomorrow.
Right.
So just sort of sticking in and just having that belief, maybe even tapping into a belief of a higher power.
Okay, cool. I like that answer. One more question. It was supposed to be the last question, but basically, I'm asking, are you saying that if you focus on yourself, you might be able to better your mental health?
I think at the end of the day, there are different considerations. I think, yes, my mental health is very, very important, but I also may have to also balance it with responsibilities I have, as a student, as a man, as a woman, as a, teacher, whoever.
Right.
But I do think at the end of the day, how are you able to care for others if you aren't able to care for yourself?
Right. Nice answer.
Right.
Have a nice day.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Good. What's your name?
Miss Sharonda Denise.
Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's very important because without good mental health, you cannot be an effective worker or parent or student.
Right. Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think it's in a great state.
Okay. If I caught you on a different day, would your answer might vary?
It might vary,
Okay.
depending on what's happening in my life.
Okay. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
They should get therapy.
Therapy?
Yes.
Straight like that? You don't think you can handle that at home first?
You can do stress reducers, but if you keep having a problem with your mental health, you should talk to a professional.
Okay. Great answer. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much.
What's your name?
Mr. Reginald Jones.
Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's very important for the simple reason is if you don't have it early, you can get it later.
Right.
That's what it's about. And there's a lot of tangibles that can cause people to have mental illness.
Right.
Such as something traumatizing happened in their life. Person get a hold of some drugs that they ain't supposed to have. It's many factors that can add to mental illness, okay?
Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think mine's in a good place because I tend to have a little balance. For one reason, let's say for instance, dealing with young people. Young people tend to go ahead and push nerves and what have you.
Definitely.
And my thing is, I try to give them a story such as why you got two eyes, why you got two ears, why you got two nostrils and only one mouth. It's a lesson to learn about all of those little things right there. And if you can go ahead and use all of those things right there, then you can comprehend by listening before we go ahead and do that.
Right.
But with that being said, I think a lot of young people just said their mental illness is they not ready to go ahead and receive instruction.
Right, they don't respect the authority.
Yes.
I knew you was getting at that. Okay, then. Final question is, what is your advice to someone trying to better their mental health?
If you having any kind of problem or anything of that nature, or have a bad day, or go to someone. It should be somebody. It's somebody readily available here in this building that'll help you. Even if it might be a counselor, a social worker, or somebody, even a secretary at school. We have to learn how to start building relationships with anybody and everybody. That's how we're gonna be able to go ahead and combat and get past a lot of these things that we say that are bothering us. But it really ain't bothering, because y'all belong to the Most High.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so hold on. That was supposed to be the last question, but off your answer, I got another one. You say, I heard you say you're supposed to reach out to, if you want to better yourself, you got to reach out to counselors and stuff like that. Like, that's very important.
Yeah.
Do you think it's true that it take a whole village to raise one child?
Yes,
Right.
I really do believe that, because it took that. Because that's where I come from, a village.
Right.
sometimes sometimes your peer can even help you.
Right.
You understand? Your own peer can help you. Go ahead and grasp some things. And that's how come my thing right now is that's how come we see things going on. We need to go ahead and get them say, hey, man, you can try to calm that down or what have you like that. And I don't like being the police. See, it seems like nowadays, only time a young person want to go ahead and do something correct when they hear a siren. Instead of just listen to the words and take them and work with them. Say, okay.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late then. All right.
All right.
That it?
Have a nice day.
Oh.
All right, I got a couple questions for you. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important.
Why you say that?
Because a lot of people be dying off of that stuff. Like,
I get it. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
You said what?
Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
Right now, I think it's in a good state.
Right, so if I caught you another day, your answer would change?
No. It's the same.
All right, good. All right, the last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
You said what?
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Well, my advice, I don't even know. I ain't got no advice.
Okay, man. All right, good talking. What's up, man?
My name is Denir.
Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important.
Why you say that?
I don't know.
Gotta bleep that out. All right. Do you think your mental health is in good or bad state?
Our mental health is pretty good, man.
Okay, so if I caught you on another day, your answer might change?
Maybe.
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Look, man. They gotta go to a doctor. Talk to like a counselor or something.
Right.
Somebody that can help.
Okay. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Kalea, how important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's very important
Why you say that?
because it's just important.
Right, okay. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state? In between.
She just told me.
Bleep that out, bro. Come on, we gotta keep it real.
You about
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health? What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Just do it. It's like,
What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Take time to yourself, don't be around a lot of people. Do what makes you feel happy.
Right. So you said put yourself first? Okay, cool. All right, nice day. Have a nice day. There you go. What's up, man?
Anisha.
Anisha? Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Important.
Important. Why you say that?
Because a lot of people kill themselves, and it's because they keep saying they help this person.
Right, okay. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
It's kind of going down a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's going down, but I'm good.
Okay. If I caught you on a different day, your answer might change? Or it's something that's been happening like a lot?
It might be a 6, like out of 10, it's gonna be a 6.
Okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Look, get a Bible and read it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that actually do help. Like, read the Bible.
Read the Bible? You read the Bible?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I do read the Bible.
All right. Let me ask you this. Quote a verse right now.
I'm not, but what you say? So God so loved the world. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Okay. Jana, okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's very important, and because like it's becoming like more known and like aware, like they.
Public.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think it's okay right now.
Okay. So if I caught you on a different day, your answer might change? Okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I think like my advice would be like keep trying, like, it's not gonna always be like that. It's gonna be better.
Okay. Nice answer.
Thank you.
Right here.
Yeah. Keep going, or you want to stop me?
Keep running. What's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor? Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I feel like it's one of the most important things.
Okay, then why you say that?
Because in the past it was like people sheltered themselves away from taking care of themselves mentally, and now that's like a staple in what our generation does now.
So you think it's changing?
For sure.
Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
It's getting to a better state right now.
Okay.
Like, as we speak.
Good job. All right. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself. Okay.
And start wherever that means to you. It don't even matter.
That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay.
Listen, I ain't hear nobody say like that. I heard people talk about focus on yourself, but they don't really say what it is. That was a nice answer. What's your name? Okay, you gotta speak up because the mic is real loud in here. It's not gonna catch your words.
Okay.
All right. How important do you think mental health is in today's society? Why do you say that?
Because it's like if like your mental health problem and you're not really being able to like regulate your emotions or tell how you feel, then you're not really gonna get that far because your whole life is really based on how you feel.
Right. Okay. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I think it's good.
Good. Okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Write about it.
Huh?
And I said write about it.
Write about it. So
Miss yourself with like burner or something.
You got a diary?
I got a paper, but I burn all my paper that I write.
Oh, okay. I did. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
My advice is not be hard on yourself, but also like really pay attention to yourself because it's a lot of stuff that's hidden that you don't know that got like buried, and as you unlock that stuff, you will figure out a lot of stuff about yourself.
Okay, then nice answer. What's your name? Tanisha. All right. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I feel like mental health in today's society is like it's very important because of how like everybody is. Everybody got something going on, and with that mental health, like you can affect others around you, not knowing that you affect them.
Right. Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
I would say on the borderline of bad, but trying to face good. It's bad.
Okay, then. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I'll say just find an outlet. Because not a lot of people, they can find an outlet. Like find something that will make you want to be better. Like give yourself a reason to want to make you want to feel better. Like give them a purpose.
So what you saying is somebody might need motivation to get out that bad spot? Okay, then that sounds nice.
All right.
So it's just straight.
It's all here.
All together? Just ask them all together.
Yeah.
So, what's our name? They gotta speak up because the mic might not catch our words. It's loud in here.
All right, Jada. Savannah. Tiana.
Okay. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
Very important. Well, it's very important to me. I don't know about to other people. I think mental health is very important.
Okay.
Yeah, mental health is very important. People should take it more serious.
Okay, then can y'all tell me why?
I feel like mental health is very important because, you know, mental health can affect you and others around you as well. Because if you're not having a good day and you go share that somewhere else, it's going to affect other people's day as well.
Okay.
I agree with her. Yeah.
Okay, then. Last question is, what is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
Don't try to compare yourself to nobody else. Like,
that's the first time I heard that.
Be your own true self. Like, you're your own person for a reason. You're not the other person, you're yourself. So try to find like who you are.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay to be distant. And I feel like it's okay to be distant to better yourself as well.
Right. So you feel like you don't gotta be all in everybody's face trying to find the answer.
Yeah. You know, if you gotta explain that to other people so they won't feel some type of way, then let them know because they should be understanding when it comes to them.
Right. That's the first time I heard that one.
Me too.
Right.
Okay.
I think mental health is important because right now it's like people got a lot of stuff going on. Like a lot of people passing and people got a lot of stuff going on. So mental health is very important right now.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
My mental health, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. So if I caught you on a different day, would your answer might change?
No.
Okay, I get that. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
You said, what is my advice for what?
Someone seeking to better their mental health.
I tell people to just let everything flow out and be good. Like, don't stress over anything too much. That's what I do.
Okay, then. All right.
Man, my bad.
Straight.
Isaiah, that's my name.
Isaiah?
Yep.
All right, how important do you think mental health is in today's society?
It's very important.
Very important? Why you say that?
Because without mental health, you can't survive in this world.
Okay, then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state?
It's in a neutral space.
Right, okay. If I caught you on a different day, would your answer change? Okay.
I'm always neutral.
Okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
I don't want to sound harsh when I say this, but you gotta toughen up, like just like live through it, like just live.
Somebody must have told you that when you was growing up, because I ain't hear that one either.
I told myself that.
Oh,
okay. Hey.
Look. Hey, this nigga lied. I thought you was about to say that. This nigga lied. Who found out?
It's over now.
Okay,
it's over.
Yeah, all right. Well, first, you ready? What's your name? Tamira. How important do you think mental health is in today's society?
I think it's important, but a lot of people don't make it important.
Right, okay then. Do you think your mental health is in a good or a bad state? Good, okay. What is your advice for someone seeking to better their mental health?
My advice to someone to better their mental health would be like, just try to do things that make you happy.
Okay, I get that. All right,
yeah.